Hey everybody, welcome back to Guns and Gadgets, the premier source for Second Amendment news. And today's video, I want you to think, and I'm going to challenge you with what I have for you. This comes in response to the video I did yesterday where I said it was our job to be armed as Americans. It was our responsibility, and some of the emails I got in response to that. And also, I was lucky enough to be on a nationally syndicated radio show, the Howie Carr Show, last night, and some of the comments I've received off of that. Before I jump into this, I want to thank the United States Concealed Carry Association. The USCCA offers fantastic education and training for new and old gun owners alike, and once you become a member, you are covered with their self-defense liability insurance. And if you have not joined, on the screen here are some of the perks for new members. You get entered to win a firearm, you get a Pelican Vault, a range bag, and if you choose the Platinum or Elite memberships, you get a free survival kit. So thank you to the USCCA. Check them out if you want to learn more. Also, if you want some stories of how they've actually helped people in some crisis scenarios, uscca.com/GNG. There's a whole bunch of information on there. Check it out. It may be for you. It might not be for you. It's what I use for my family, but the link will be down below and in the pinned comment, uscca.com/GNG. All right, let's get into what I want to put before you, and I honestly want to hear your feedback because I know there's a wide-ranging basis of thought when it comes to firearms now in this country, but the way our forefathers designed this country, not so much. So again, I said it was our duty to be armed. Now, for those who are familiar with the United States Constitution, hear me out, and for those who are not really familiar with it, if you haven't read it, you need to learn this. First off, the United States Constitution is a set of powers that are delegated to the federal government, and any of the powers that are not specifically mentioned therein are delegated or reserved to the powers of the states, specifically mentioned, okay? Why do I put emphasis on that? Because the United States Constitution does not give the federal government any powers nationwide to restrict our arms. It doesn't. Don't believe me? Read it. All federal laws, treaties, opinions, declarations, regulations, or what have you, that purport to do that, to restrict our arms, are violations of the United States Constitution. They are unconstitutional, A, because they are outside of the scope of the powers delegated to the federal government, and B, they're a violation of the Second Amendment, which says shall not be infringed. Now, the only power that was granted to the federal government related to our arms was set forth here. This is Article 1, Section 8, Clause 16 of the United States Constitution. And it says, to provide for organizing, arming, and disciplining the militia, and for governing such part of them as may be employed in the service of the United States, reserving to the states respectively an appointment of the officers and the authority of training the militia according to the discipline prescribed by Congress. Now, pursuant to this section of the United States Constitution, Congress did pass the Militia Act of 1792. Now, here is a portion of it. If you want to read more, you can find it very easily. Now, before everybody gets up in arms, I didn't write this act, and yes, it was written before or during the times of slavery, before slaves were freed, so it does say that each and every free, abled, white male citizen of the respective states resident therein who is or shall be of the age of 18 years and under the age of 45 years, with exceptions, shall severally and respectively be enrolled in the militia by the captain or commanding officer of the company, within whose bounds such citizens shall reside, and that within 12 months after the passing of this act, and it shall at all times herein be the duty of every such captain or commanding officer of a company to enroll every such citizen as aforesaid, and also those who shall from time to time arrive at the age of 18 years, or being of the age of 18 years and under the age of 45 years, except as before excepted, shall come to reside within his bounds, and shall without delay notify such citizen of said enrollment by a proper non-commissioned officer of the company, by whom such notice may be approved. Now, that means, in plain speak, for those who don't do Old English well, if you're between 18 and 45, you are enrolled in the militia. And which militia? That's the militia of the town where you live. If you move into that town, then that commissioned officer is supposed to go tell you that you are now enrolled in said militia for that town. The Militia Act also told everybody what they had to have related to equipment. That every citizen so enrolled and notified shall, within 6 months thereafter, provide himself with a good musket or firelock, a sufficient bayonet and belt, 2 spare flints, and a knapsack, a pouch with a box therein to contain not less than 24 cartridges, suited to the bore of his musket or firelock, each cartridge to contain a proper quantity of powder and ball, or with a good rifle, knapsack, shot pouch, and powder horn, 20 balls suited to the bore of his rifle, and a quarter of a pound of powder. So there's an act of Congress that told you you need to have a rifle, ammo, an ammo pouch, a bayonet, a knapsack, and be ready to report for training or if you're called up. We have a duty to be armed for the security of a free state by our founding fathers, by the founding documents of this country. And that's where I am challenging you. What do you think about this? Now, I know there are a lot of people who watch my videos that are not the typical pro-gun people. I want to hear your points as well. Now, before someone jumps up and says, hey, that was 1792, it has nothing to do with now, with today, or these ages that we're in now, I'm going to remind you that the First Amendment, written way back when, has been found to apply to cell phones, computers, and stuff like that. So, Second Amendment applies to ARs, AKs, scopes, standard capacity magazines, and stuff like that. I'm challenging people because I think we've swayed, strayed, gone off course for far too long. America's strength is here with us, with the men and women of this country, and America will never be conquered from outside of our borders. It will only be conquered from within. And with that, I want to hear what your thoughts are on this. Thank you for your time. If you got anything out of this video, if it made you think in any way, please hit the thumbs up and share this with other people to challenge how they think about our rights as well. And if you'd be so inclined, please hit the subscribe button while you're down there and join this growing freedom family. We are the new Sons of Liberty and we get stuff done. And I thank you for being a part of it. Till we see each other again, be safe, stay vigilant, and carry a gun to keep you, your friends, your family, your community safe. And I'll see you on the next one. Take care, everybody.